We better have some fun. Hey, sons, are y'all ready?
Are you practicing to practice or you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
Today's supposed to come, you on the way.
What's going on, friends? What's going on, family? You're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts, on this Wednesday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Do me a favor. You got to do me a solid. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. And hype this video. Share this video. Join the membership. Anything that you do to support this broadcast is highly appreciated. All right. Hey, got a good show lined up for you tonight. For the first 30 minutes, I'm going in because Shedeur Sanders is a survivor. Yes, he is. And the last 30 minutes of the show, Coach Prime and the Colorado football team in 2026. Can Coach Prime have a winning season this year with the Colorado football team? We're going to talk about that all night tonight. All right. Hey, I want to say hello to the best chat on YouTube, the #1. They the best at it, what they do. Hello to the chat. Appreciate y'all tonight. And if you're tuning in for the first time, let us know down in the comment section. And let us know, excuse me, what city and state you're from. If you're running across this video, if you're tuning in for the first time, what about letting us know and let us know what city and state you're from? All right? All right. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. Can I get about 500 likes doing this video in 24 hours? 500 likes in 24 hours. Make it happen. All right? All right. Hey, got to say hello to the chat. I Love CC is in the building, and we appreciate it. We appreciate it tonight. Miss Jackson is also here. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, who else we got in here? We got Val Cleve is in the building. We appreciate her tonight. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Miss Crystal Wise Williams, appreciate you tonight. I see you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you tonight. Ring My Bell is in the building. Appreciate you tonight. Miss Carolyn Shepard is in the building. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Reverend Nelson is in the building. Salute, sir. Appreciate you tonight also. Appreciate you tonight also. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Who else we have? Lisa G has joined the live show tonight. We appreciate her also tonight. Who else we got in here? Who else we got? Who else we got? Miss Dawn Adam is in the building. Appreciate y'all tonight. Appreciate you. Got a good show lined up for you. I got JR Boxer going to jump on at the 8:30 hour. He going to take us on out. It's going to be an hour show tonight. Hour show tonight. It ain't going to be no 30 minutes. All right, it's an hour show tonight. Got Main 94. Appreciate it. Rock with us. Rock with us. Appreciate it, Reverend Nelson, for the $2 super chat. Appreciate Reverend Nelson for his kindness. You're always giving. And we're grateful for the things that he do for this broadcast. He also take out the time to be a host on the panel whenever he can, and we appreciate it. $2 super chat. Hit the like button as you come in the house. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, real. Miss Janet is in the house. Miss Janet is in the house. Appreciate her tonight. My friend, the one and only, Miss Kimberly, a.k.a., is here. Appreciate her tonight. Miss Patricia Smith is in the building. And she said, hey, I'm from Florida. All right. First time ever seeing that name. We appreciate you. Appreciate you. If anybody else first time, hey, let us know what city and state you are in. my dog, my one and only, Val Green. She said, hit that like button, please. Hit it. I agree with you 100%. All right. All right. MSD. What's going on, MSD? I see. I see. I see you, and I appreciate you. Tony Montana. We got Tony Montana in the building. East of Cleveland, first time. All right. Appreciate you, Tony Montana. I got a good show for you. Just let me get through, give my shout outs, and we're going to get into it. We hope you come back. Don't be a stranger. You are welcome in this place. All right. All right. Shannon Hopkins is in the building, and we appreciate it. We appreciate you tonight, and we see you. We love acknowledging our guests in the chat room, one of the best chat room on YouTube. Just ask for y'all to hit that like button. That's all I ask. One Faith in G, Nassau, Bahamas. Good night. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that tonight. Appreciate you. Marshall is in the building. Mississippi. All right. Michelle Wilson is in the building. Chad Griffin. What's up, Chad? What's going on? Appreciate you tonight, Chad. We appreciate you tonight. Hit the like button as you come in. Maria S. is in the building. And we appreciate her tonight. We do. Let's get into the show, y'all. I think I got everybody. I think I got everybody. All right. Hey, Shedeur Sanders is a survivor, y'all. He's a survivor, man. The things that Shedeur have been through this past season. No, he came out of college as one of the best, well, not one of the best, the best college quarterback that was in college into the draft. But the NFL did what they did, collusion, we know all of that. Hey, but you got to remember, Shedeur Sanders is a man of faith, and he got through that. Even though it shook his father, Coach Prime, but Shedeur stayed strong, not just physically, but mentally also, to be able to do the things that, hey, it is what it is. And he fought through it mentally. Then he got to Cleveland, and he ran into a situation I'm sure he did not see this coming, that the head coach, Kevin Stefanski, didn't want him there. Oh boy. Matter of fact, Steel T. What's up, JR? Tony Montana. I see y'all. Listen, and matter of fact, to be able to put up with a head coach who didn't want you, and he showed you he didn't want you when it first started out. But guess what? Like we all said, at the end, oh, you got to come and see Shedeur, because we knew Joe Flacco wasn't going to last that long at 40 years old. We knew that. Dylan Gable was not a better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders, and it proved itself, and it came to be true, and Kevin Stefanski had to sit back and say, hey, Andrew Berry said, no. I'm going to give it all on. Shedeur going to be the bag up. And also, Shedeur had to endure not taking first-team reps during training camp, even when the team announced him as the bag-up quarterback. Now, that's some nasty work once again. Shedeur Sanders is a survivor. Then he got into the game. They had to come and see him. They had to let him in the Baltimore game, so-called the quarterback at the time, Dylan Gabriel, had a concussion. So they had to put Shedeur in at halftime, after halftime. And Shedeur went out there and did the things that he could do, because you got to remember, he never had practice with the first team at all. So he had to endure that. And then the season went along. He had to start the last 7 games. And somehow, some way, he ended up winning 3 of them. He ended up winning 3 of them. That dude is a survivor. He fought through it. It was hard on him. He came out and said, hey, some games I played good, some games I didn't. But I had to keep pressing on because I knew I had some people out there rooting for me, as Boog said in the interview. I got to do it for my folks. I got to do it for the CU Ump team. I got to do it for the CU Umps. And the Cleveland media, I'm sure Shedeur heard them all. Mary Kay, Tony Grosser, how they was killing his name in the press. I'm sure Shedeur heard that. I'm sure he knew about it. He said he had to tone it out. He had to go tone deaf. He had to check out of it. They were saying Dylan Gabriel was better than him. Shedeur went out there and told y'all. He told them, man, when I look around, I'm way better. Half of the league of these quarterbacks that's out here. Now, did Shedeur play to his expectation? No, I'm sure he didn't. I know he didn't. I'm sure Shedeur can play better than he played this past year. Even though the offensive line wasn't that good. Even though Jerry Judy out there fumbling and dropping passes. Even though he missed his #1 target. Even though Shedeur didn't have the #1 running back at the last 3 games of the season, he still went out there and did what all he could do. He did his best he could do. Even when the head coach himself didn't even want to call the plays because he knew Shedeur was getting ready to play. Oh, yeah. Let me tell y'all something. Kevin Stefanski knew Shedeur was finna get ready to play. That's why he gave over the play calling. Unless the owner and Jim Haslam and Andrew Berry told him to give up the play call. We'll never know. But one thing I do know, Shedeur hung in now mentally. That could have, I'm sure that took a toll on Shedeur. It helped him grow a lot too now. Yeah, it helped him grow up now. So he'll be better prepared going into this year than he was last year. I'm sure it was a blessing. I'm sure it was a blessing that Shedeur got to play in those last 7 games because now he knows what to expect for at the speed of the game, the physicality of the game, and get to know his teammates. You heard the center. The center said that was my first time hearing his cadence. God, that's some nasty work, y'all. The offensive lineman said, hey, that was the first time I heard Shedeur Sanders' cadence on this football team. That's rough, y'all. And he was the starting Tiger. Joel Bentonio. He said that. That's the nasty work. But anyway, so the main question is where we are right now. It's the offseason. Who will be the starting quarterback? That's all they want to know. Shedeur Sanders going to be the quarterback. Now, whether Todd Michaels want to come out and say it right now or not, it wouldn't be fair to the rest of the quarterback room. I'm sure Deshaun Watson want a shot at being that starting quarterback. He say he's healthy and he want to come back. I'm sure Dylan Gabriel, who's been picked ahead of Shedeur, want a shot at being the starting quarterback. I get that. I understand all that. But can't one person go out there and start? Somebody got to take the first snap in training camp at that starting quarterback. And I'm sure they're going to bring another quarterback in from free agent, or they may just draft another quarterback. I'm sure of that. But somebody got to take that first snap in training camp. Now, when I look at the quarterback room, I don't know about anybody else. Shedeur Sanders is going to take that first snap because Myles Garrett said, hey, he was the last quarterback that played. He should get the first shot. He should get the first shot. You don't think Myles Garrett don't talk to the head coach? No. Yeah, he don't talk to him. I promise you don't talk to him. Matter of fact, I did a show earlier today, and I heard over there on ESPN Cleveland, Yes, it is what it is. The Cleveland media, they asked Tony Grossi, if you was a betting man, who would take the first snap, who would be the first quarterback on that field if you put a betting percentage on that? And Tony Grossi said, if I had a bet, I'm 150. Shedeur Sanders. Matter of fact, I think I got the video. I want you to listen to it because I don't want you to think I'm lying to you. Well, Tony Grossi, he don't know nothing, no way. He don't know no more than I know. Yeah,
the odds right now for Brown's starting quarterback, okay? Would Shedeur be your favorite at the moment?
Close. Yes.
Plus, let's say plus 250. Okay?
No, I don't think it's that. You think you're getting better than 2-1?
Okay, plus 180, whatever.
Okay.
What would you put?
Watson
would be second?
Yeah.
What if he's not healthy?
Well, then the odds will change.
All right, okay.
The odds will change. But
Watson
right now,
would be second.
Plus 250 for him.
Plus 250.
180.
250. Dylan Gabriel.
Plus 450.
Okay. Dylan Gabriel plus 450 other.
Plus 550.
Not that much more.
Yeah.
Once again, I don't need Tony Grossi to tell me who's going to be that starting quarterback. Andrew Berry don't show me. Andrew Berry don't even have to say it. He's showing me he's for Shedeur Sanders. Now, Mary Kay, Tony Grossman, Anthony Lehman, Jason Lord, all of them. Bull, all of them. You know, I'll be paying attention to all of them. They use Shedeur Sanders' name, especially Anthony Lord, over there on Twitter for clickbait. He want the Colorado fans, the Shedeur fans, to chime in on the comments on his Twitter post. He'll go there on Twitter and say another quarterback is better than Shedeur Sanders. And he's hoping that the Shedeur Sanders fan will come in his comment section to keep it in the algorithm. Man, ain't nobody studying that. I don't caught on to the game. I've been caught on to the game, man. It be coming down my feed. I be saying, man, look at this clown out here trying to get somebody to respond to his post talking about a certain quarterback is better than Shedeur Sanders. Man, Malik Willis is a better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders. Man, really? Malik Willis ain't played in but 5 games this year. One game, he threw over 20 passes. Shedeur Sanders threw for 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns in 7 games. So how is Malik Willis going to be all better than Shedeur Sanders? Man, get out of here. Ain't nobody studying that post. Everybody else said that's what we got to do. As Shedeur fan, don't pay attention. Don't comment in the comment section about nothing they say against Shedeur Sanders. Ain't nobody studying that no more. It's a new year. We got a new head coach. We got a new coaching staff. And we getting ready to bring some new players to the team. They clickbait. That's all they do. That's all they want. They've been losing I ain't never seen a Cleveland media or any other media don't have faith in their own team. They ain't got nothing good to say. One day I was listening to them. They said that they wish the owner would sell the team. How you gonna tell that owner to sell his own team? That's his money. I think we're bull. He need to sell the team. Man, how you gonna tell somebody else what to do with their own money and you ain't got none? That's crazy, man. I've never seen Cleveland media got to be the worst. They got to be. They don't see nothing good in nobody. Nobody. They've been losing for so long. It is what it is. They've been losing for so long. I guess it just don't rub off on them. They ain't got no hope. Shedeur should have been on gave them hope, but they ain't got no hope. Anybody but Shedeur. This quarterback, now they bringing up C.J. Stroud from Houston, Texas, right? Yeah, they great, man. Hey, they said, hey, we need to make a trade for C.J. Stroud. Houston ain't finna give up their quarterback just to come to Cleveland. Why would he do that? Why would he do that? It's just nasty. They don't went from Malik Willis, CJ Stroud. Now I'm here. I was on before I logged on. They were talking about the Arizona Cardinals quarterback. Any quarterback. They don't care who it is. They don't care who it is. They might as well get used to it. It's going to be Shedeur. It's going to be Shedeur Sanders. They can post all they want. They can tweet all they want. They can go down on Instagram all they want, talking about Shedeur ain't this and Shedeur. Man, ain't nobody responding to that. You're not finna you're not finna go viral on Shedeur name, so you might as well stop. I ain't gonna help you. Yeah, I won't be a part of it. I promise you that. Yeah, Tyler Murray. Yeah. Hey, Kyler Murray. Yeah, it's Kyler Murray, not Tyler. It's Kyler. Yeah, Kyler Murray. Look, I'm not finna help you go viral. Not on no stupid stuff. It's just crazy the stuff they can come up with when it comes to the quarterback position, especially Shedeur Sanders. They weren't saying that when Dylan Gabriel was out there. They weren't saying that when Dylan Gabriel was out there. They don't even mention his name no more. You remember when training camp first started? Boy, this dude is so smart. He got a computer brain. He already know the plays. Well, yeah, why he can't complete a 5-yard pass? It's good to know the plays, but you can't get the ball there. You didn't get the ball there. It is that it's just some nasty work when it comes down to my dog Shedeur Sanders. But it's a good thing that Kevin gone, Tommy Reese gone, everybody on the offensive side of the ball is gone from Cleveland from last year, other than the tight end coach they promoted to be the wide receiver coach, and they kept the running back coach. And everything else came from Baltimore, just about, with Todd Monken. Todd Monken got that job because he had a plan that he can develop Shedeur Sanders. He can develop that quarterback room. And I believe he's going to do a job. If Andrew Berry fix the offensive line, they're going to do it. Now, when it comes to the offensive line, he had one guy that said goodbye today. That was Wyatt Tillett. That's the one that held Shedeur up in the air. Once he held Shedeur up in the air, Kevin Stefanski took him out the game. We never saw him no more. Yeah. Hey, when Shedeur completed that touchdown pass, hey, Wyatt Tillett went up there and that's grabbed Shedeur, that's raised him up in the air. Soon as Shedeur feet hit the ground, they took number 77 out the game, and he ain't played no more. I don't know if nobody noticed that, but I noticed that. Hey, he picked up Shedeur. Hey, yeah, that's nasty one. He picked up Shedeur, y'all, up in the air. Boy, that picture went all over social media. It went all over TikTok. It went all over Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Boy, Wyatt Tillett just lifted him up. And once Shedeur, hey, boy, you should have kept Shedeur. Hey, you should have kept Shedeur up in the air probably into next year. Because as soon as you let him down, that was your ass. Hey, Shedeur hit the ground. Man, they took Wyatt Tillett out. And Kevin went out there and said, hey, he kind of injured his foot. And you remember his wife went on Twitter and said, that's a lie. Kevin Stefanski got fired. Boy, she went back on Twitter again. That's what you get from lying. Wyatt Tillett, why I wasn't playing. So he said his goodbye today. And that's his family, his wife, his children. He said he appreciated, he wished things was different, but they won't be renewing his contract for next year. He been there a long time. Not only, he ain't the only one, ain't none of them offensive line coming back. Hey, ain't none of them coming back, man. Cam Robinson, we don't want him back. Number 68, they got him up there first. The entire Browns starting offensive line is set to be free agent next month, and ain't none of them coming back. Andrew Berry, right now, he don't want none of them back. Cam Robinson, number 68, gone. Joe Patonio, now it's a possibility he might come back because they move his contract. They set it back, I think, to March the 10th. Ethan, that's the center. He kept getting hurt. I don't know. They might bring him back or not. I don't know. That's Wyatt Tiller. They probably done told him today they're not bringing him back. Jack Cuntley, he ain't coming back, he don't believe. He the right tackle. Nah. They old now. They don't got old. They was injured. Not number one played with Shedeur. That was number 77. He messed around and lifted Shedeur up in the air. That was it for him. Yeah, that was it. Kevin said, okay, you didn't lift Dylan Gabriels up. I got something for you. Yeah. Kevin said, they're gonna fire me anyway, but I got something for you. Yeah, number 77, he gone, y'all. So he gone. He said his farewell to his teammates. Shedeur said, I'm gonna miss you. Over there on Instagram, Shedeur made a comment on that also. So he's gone. So the offensive line, Andrew Berry got to build a new offensive line for Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns for next year. So all of those guys are gone. This guy was a Pro Bowler, 3-time Pro Bowler for the Cleveland Browns. He will be a free agent next month. They will not renew a contract with him. So that's that on him. But it is what it is. I hate it for him. I really do. So Todd Michael and Shedeur Sanders will have. Yeah, he had 7 years. That's a long time. That whole offensive line was together for about 7 years. They were together for 7 years. So it is what it is. And Andrew Berry just got to build a new offensive line for Shedeur. And I'm sure he will. Shedeur will have I can't wait to see him this offseason. I can't wait to training camp start. Shedeur going to be in the mix. He should be in the mix. He's the best quarterback on the team. And the head coach bringing in the new offensive line coach should be better for everybody on the team. Deuce Staley, he coming back as the running back coach. So we're going to see how it turn out. All right. Let me bring up my special guest. My special guest tonight is back with me, the one and only. See, can I get him up? JR Boxing is in the building. What's up, JR?
What's happening? What's happening, B. Watts? What's good? Chat? What's happening, family? What's good?
What's on? Hey, man, I want to sit in the driver's seat one time, man. I can't. Y'all won't let me get in the show, be a part of the show since y'all hosting. So I said, hey, man, I got to bring JR, somebody up. Let me hit JR. See, can I get him up, man? Call him and Uncle Steve. They don't want me to say nothing on the show.
Man.
Hey, so I got to say, okay, I'm going to fix this. Let me put JR in this hot seat. JR. All right, JR, let's get the show started. We got 28 minutes. Let's get it off. I'm going to start with Shedeur again. All right? When you hear that one of the offensive linemen saying goodbye, what do you think that Andrew Berry need to do now since no offensive lineman is on the contract? Let me frame it like this. Yeah. Should he build the offensive line through free agents? I know he's going to have to work out some contract, set some money off to do that, to get up on the salary cap. Or should he build it through the draft?
Look, a combination of both. Because if you want to acquire, develop talent already, that's going to have to come in the form of a seasoned NFL veteran, right? You don't need somebody to anchor that line. And then you need something through the draft, especially with the having draft capital and the likes of 10 picks, right? For this upcoming season, you're going to want to get a young, solid, foundational piece for that offensive line. But the great thing about the NFL, like you said earlier, I'm listening to you earlier. The great thing about the NFL, man, you can build through free agency like that. You can turn a team around like that. You can go from worst in your conference to first.
Yep.
Right? If you follow the NFC South, they do it every year.
Yep.
With Carolina, Atlanta, the Falcons, and the Saints, they'll be the bottom of the division, and then they'll be the top of the division the next year round. So that's the great thing about the NFL. But I say a combination of both. B. Watts, your guy, AB Andrew Berry. He gonna have to do it through the draft and through free agency, but he gonna need some experience through that free agency process for sure.
Yeah, I agree 100%, man. I'd rather him to do that because you don't want to go out there with no all rookie offensive linemen. They ain't gonna have no prep, man. They got to get their body regulate to the NFL instead of college, and also they got to pick up the speed of the game because you can tell right now, JR. No lie, it was late last night, early this morning. I mean, it was about 3 or 4 o'clock, right? I got up, did my little push-ups and everything, getting ready to go do my walking in before I come back and do my show, right? So I watched some replays of Shedeur. I mean, just about every game, the way he played, I understand the offensive line was bad when he got in. I understand the play calling really wasn't that good. He really didn't have no wide receiver, but dog. But man, I'm a Shedeur all the way. Shedeur played bad, bro. Hear me out.
Time out.
No, man.
He brought me up here. He trying to set me up, Chad. He trying to set me up. Time out. Those are the words of B. Watts. Bernard Watts, Chad. Not me. I ain't got nothing to do with it, Chad. That's B. Watts. Y'all heard him. That's him. All right, I'm listening.
Okay, that's why I need you up here, but I just want you to hear me out. See, I can't talk to the chat. I can't talk to the senior auntie. They get emotional. They'll come back in the chat. You see how Rev doing? See, I can't talk to them. Bruh, I watch some games, bruh. And I'm a football.
Yeah.
I'm a coach. I'm a player. I know the game and I see the game. I understand he's just a rookie. Kimberly, aka, I'm sure she gonna put something in the comment section once it go off or something like that. But hey, Coach CJ, hey, I watched for 2 hours. I watched some games. I said, dog, what you doing? Man, Shedeur throws, bruh. It was some game, man. Now, I'm just talking. This me talking. See, y'all won't let me talk. I was saying, damn. Now, I know Shedeur didn't throw that ball like that. Then I watched another game. I said, okay, he looked good in the Raiders game. Then I watched the Buffalo game. I said, damn. These dudes wide open, Shedeur overthrowing these ball like that.
Oh, man, come on, man. Hold on.
Look, man.
Chad, let me defend our boy real quick. I don't know what is B. Watts doing, Chad? What is he doing? Look, it's hard.
I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I have to go what my eyes saw. I can go back what you saying or the student what he's saying.
Man.
I cannot, man. I'm just saying.
You was watching. He already said it was 4 o'clock when he was watching the film, y'all. He's still asleep. He's still asleep trying to diagnose the film of what he watching on TV, y'all. B. Watts is still asleep. He didn't know what he was watching. I got B. Watts.
Okay.
I got him. Okay. He was still asleep, Chad.
I asked a question earlier today. If you look at Shedeur, 7 games that he played, give him a grade. Listen. Don't tell me like Miss Kimberly, aka saying his daddy was sick. Oh man, what they got to do with throwing a football? Coach Prime was sick. The offensive line was bad. But guess what? I ain't the one who said I come here to change the franchise.
Yeah, I mean, look.
I ain't the one who said I look around. I see a whole lot of quarterbacks that I'm better than.
Oh, that was true though. He was better than a lot of quarterbacks on the field. Look, one being on his team and Dylan Gabriel. Look, he was better than Dylan Gabriel. Contrary to popular belief of B. Watts, but the grade I would give him B. Watts would be a C plus. I would give him a C plus.
Why you said it?
I give him a C plus, B.
Oh,
Watts.
you hell, JR. JR, you hell, man. JR, you got a super chat, man.
Hey, shout out to Reverend Rail for the super chat. He said, always saying, this just me. Mr. Maytag or call a whirlpool. This just me. Agitating. Hush, man. Tell him, Rail. Tell him. B Watch trying to set me up, chat. He gonna get me on here and he trying to dog out boy out. But I'm coming to set B Watch straight, chat. Shout out to Rev, BJ Nelson for the $5 holler, man. Look, I give him a C plus. And my reason for giving him a C plus, look, you know as well as everybody in the chat know the situation that he had to come through just to get on the field. We talking about throwing the trash cans. We talking about throwing to equipment manager. We talking about the hungry dogs. That's what we talking about, B. Watts. We talking about guys that shouldn't, hey, shout out to them, but they wasn't gonna make an NFL roster and they didn't deserve to be on the field, quite frankly. Right? He throwing the guys that outside of Cleveland, they probably wouldn't be on another NFL roster. And that's no disrespect to number 84. What was his name? Laverley, or something like that. No disrespect to that guy. But he's not an NFL quality wide receiver. So when you say, well, Shedeur played bad, dog, we talking about Kevin Stefanski that only put up 17 points, period. That was his average. So that's the system he playing within. We talking about Kevin Stefanski that had Dylan Gabriel in there, and Dylan Gabriel couldn't throw over 150 yards some games total. We talking about Kevin Stefanski, the coach that, well, Tommy Reese called him the plays. Well, now I'm going to call the plays now. So there was already dysfunction there. So, look, Shedeur had to weather the storm in that situation to come out on the end just to say, hey, man, I had to go through some things. I learned some things about myself. I had to even get closer with God through the process to come out on the other end. So when somebody giving their outro speech for the end of the year with the press and they saying, man, it was some dark times. I had to remind myself of who I am. To come out on the other side, I had to lean on my faith even more. Look, we don't know all what he was going through in the building, but we saw what transpired on the field prior to Shedeur getting his opportunity. So come on, B. Watts, cut the young man some slack, man.
I have, because I'm rocking with him, JR. I rock with him. That's my dog. Man, I'm telling you, he's my number one stunner, bro. I just said I watched the video. I tell you what, you go back and watch the video and tell me what you see.
I mean, I watched it. Look, you said the Buffalo game. What was Josh Allen's stats in the Buffalo game?
See, everybody want to bring up Josh Allen when you talk about quarterback.
I know that's your boy. But what was the wind? The wind speed was like 50 miles per hour gust of wind. Like, who throwing in that? Nobody.
He played that Colorado.
Not in 50 miles per hour wind speed. Come on, man.
Here we go, JR.
But that was
y'all like to make excuses. I ain't making none.
That's not an excuse. That's
I need him to play better. That's all. I want him to play better.
That's what actually happened, man.
Hey, man, I'm just saying what I saw when I just took my time and looked at the game. I said, damn. I said, come on now, Shedeur. Then one pass, he ran to the right and tried to throw it back to the left to do innocent. I said, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, look, that comes with it. That comes with rookie mistake. I've seen, look.
Okay, I'm saying the same thing, but you just phrasing it different, JR. No, I'm saying he made some mistake. I said, what? You just said, hey, that come with the game. See, you trying to phrase your stuff. You don't want the chat to get on you. But man, I tell you what, though, I ain't worried about the chat. I'm with, hey, Shedeur, I'm with you, big dog. You know I'm with you.
I can't tell.
He got the, hey, I got to call it like it is.
Oh man, nah, look, it's well documented. I
Take
can
away
give
the
my
C.
quarterback a hard time.
Grades should do it. Take away the C. You can't put no C's in there.
Okay.
Can't put no D's either.
He get a B. It'd be a strong B, man. It'd be a strong B. And look, that's me. That's me not even considering all the circumstances, right? Look, everybody talk about the 10 interceptions that Shedeur threw. Everybody forget Joe Flacco threw about 7 in 4 games. So, what do we? Joe Flacco, who started the first 4 games for the Cleveland Browns,
won a Super Bowl. What you talking about?
7 interceptions
This man
in 4 games.
He won a Super Bowl. He can do that. He got the cachet to do that.
I'm just saying. In order to
you
move,
want to bring up Josh Allen? It ain't a coach, GM, or anybody in the league that'll take Shedeur over Josh Allen.
I said Joe Flacco.
At first, you came over here and said,
yeah, I mean, look, that's when you said about the Bills and the Brown game. I said, well, how did Josh Allen's stats look during that Bills and Browns game?
Now you don't start. I'm gonna finish my drink now. I was drinking. I'm finna finish it off now. Yeah, I'm finna finish it off now, JR.
So that's all I'm saying. Look, chat. Look, we all know B. Watt's a big supporter of Josh Allen. And he gonna talk about Josh Allen till the wheels fall off. But what Josh Allen do in that game?
I went to the grocery store. You ever had these?
Nah, I don't drink.
You don't drink?
I don't drink, man.
Hey, I ain't drink till I retired. Hey,
yeah, man. My lips
when
ain't
I started
alcohol
in co-prime, I had to start.
Yeah. He trying to cut up tonight, y'all. He trying to cut up, man.
Hey, JR, I went to the grocery store. I bought about 20 of these, boy. These margaritas. These frozen margaritas. I said, hey.
Retirement to the fullest, man.
What you talking about? I don't need no beef. I got a beef right here.
You watching the game, drinking them daiquiris. Talking about, man, he ain't play. Man, he throw that, man. It's the drink that got you. Shedeur played as well as he could with the circumstances that was dealt to him, man. It is what it is. I mean, you got Jerry Judas catching a touchdown and giving it away to the cornerback. Who do that? Who does that, B.Y.?
That's one play, JR.
Oh, man. One play? Well, we can run down a litany of plays where Jerry Jeudy didn't finish the route. We can, when they played against the Raiders and him trying to do a crossover move and then fumble the ball. That was a 50-yard completion to Jerry Jeudy. All he had to do was run out of bounds. Now he out there doing this, B-Watts. and fumble. Come on, man. So what are we doing? His most reliable target was Harold Fanning, another fellow rookie.
Right.
And it is what it is. I mean, that's what it was. So
yeah, I know he was limited. I know he was limited when it comes to the offensive side of the ball in Cleveland Brown. He had a coach that didn't believe in him and what he went through. And I'm sure he gonna be better. I know he's gonna be better. Because
absolutely, man.
No way he'd be satisfied with that performance he put out there on the field last year. Because he had a bad offensive line, man. Them offensive line, man, I was watching that tape last. They
terrible.
Number 72 looked like he was trying to come and tackle Shedeur. His own player.
They were terrible, man. And look, whether it's the scheme, whether it's talent, whether it's injuries, all of those things play factors when it comes to the professional ranks, man. Because look, everybody good. It's easier for us, for fans, to be like, "Oh, that boy terrible." Like we clown on 68, man. That boy terrible. 68 got to a point in his life where I'd never be. He a professional athlete. I'll never be a professional athlete.
Right.
But as a fan, watching you go against another professional athlete, the person that's lined up across from you, yeah, you getting your butt whooped, dog, consistently, dog, and it look bad, dog. You got to fix that. You can't have another 68 on the left side trying to protect his blind side. You can't allow stuff like that to happen. So, Shedeur, look, he'll be better for it, man. It's a learned experience, right? Remember, the first time we saw him in the NFL regular season game, DG went out. And we talking about no reps. We talking about a center that didn't know the sound of his voice, the inflection of his snap cadence, or anything like that. And you throw him out there against Baltimore Ravens at home on what was it, a Thursday night game or something like that? Or I know it was a night game, at least at that point. And you putting them in a tough spot. You're the second player, and you're not even getting any reps. You the second string quarterback, you still getting hungry dog reps with guys that's not going to play on Sunday. So that makes no sense to the development of your quarterbacks when, right, the head coach at that time, the ex-head coach said, we're going to develop both of the young players. That's what the coach said.
Yeah.
We're going to take time to develop both of the players throughout. And obviously that was not occurring. It did not occur up until Shedeur started getting reps after the Ravens game, when he started getting first team reps. So that's just bad team management all around, from Haslam to Barry to Stefanski, who's no longer with the team. So Shedeur got to get better, because it's a professional league, man. So you can be hot, your name can be hot, but if your play not hot on the field, it's out you go, because that's just how the professional ranks work. But he'll be better for it, and he'll show better this year.
You're right. I agree with you 100%. I don't disagree with you at all. You're right on point. Let's move on. We got about 12 minutes. Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. It's been reported that the NCAA again turned down Fran Brown and Coach Prime for a practice game. And what's your take on that?
Yeah, I just don't get it, man. Look, the NCAA probably got a rule book as big as the Bible, but it just seems like they never follow it. They never follow it, man. They don't follow their own rules, man. It changes every year, man. It changes every year as far as like what they want to do when it comes to recruiting, when it comes to retention of players, when it comes to eligibility of players. So the rules are always changing. So I don't understand why the notion of, okay, we want to have a spring game, but we actually want to practice against another team. I don't understand that. What's the competitive advantage in that? I don't see a competitive advantage in that, right? You can put out a broad breakdown of how the game should go, the floor of the game, and whatever like that. The NCAA can actually govern that and use that to get some excitement back towards the spring portion of football. Because if you look around, a lot of the stadiums, a lot of them seats are empty, man. If you look around, they're already losing control of the NCAA through NIL. So to me, this would be a way for the NCAA to take something back to say, hey, all right, this is what coaches want to do. We'll give y'all the opportunities. These are the rules and these are the parameters. And you can have a glorified scrimmage or a glorified practice against another team. And whether they want to do it close to the media, open up to the media, but I know if you open it up to the media, it's a lot of dollars behind that. And the NCAA ain't never been shy of making money off the backs of young black men, for sure, but they never been shy of making money, period, off of young athletes. So I think it's a big miss by the NCAA, man. It's a big miss.
Yep, big miss. I think if anybody but Deion Sanders had made that proposal, they probably would have ran with it. They probably would have ran with it. Anybody else who had brought it to them first, they would have ran with it. They would have ran with that deal. All right, I'm moving on. What does Coach Prime really need to do to change this upcoming season into a winning season? On the offensive side of the ball or the defensive side of the ball, or both?
He got to be decisive in what he want to do, man. The indecisiveness of last year truly cost the team. Again, y'all heard me talk about it last night from the quarterback situation. Look, I know a lot of people were not high. They, especially ending the season, nobody was high on Caden Salter. But to begin the season, we were all high on Caden Salter, right? Everybody was high on Caden Salter. You saw what he did at Liberty. You saw this. You saw the stats he put up. He's dual threat. He's that. He's this. He's that. But that didn't transpire on the field. I don't care if the boy couldn't hit a blade of grass 5 yards in front of him. But the way they mismanaged the situation, it just didn't look good,
Right. Right.
You barely lost the game against Georgia Tech. Okay. Georgia Tech went on to have a pretty decent season. Nothing to write home about, but they was a decent team, right? And then you turn around and you go to the next game. He actually starts off the game good. He take you down there for 10 points, and then you take him out the game. You don't see him again to the fourth quarter. What does that do to your psyche? You brought me here, coach. You gave me all this money. You told me maybe I'm the guy, or whatever the case may be. But then you're playing around and you're calling Martin Luther King stop the next savior of Colorado football. And then we see how that turned out when you gave him the keys. He didn't look no better. So they did a terrible job of getting the quarterbacks prepared all together, right? None of them looked prepared early in the season. And then you go to the middle of the season. Sports is about confidence. It's about confidence, period, point blank. If anybody in the chat ever played sports and you lost your confidence in the sport, you don't even feel comfortable out there. I know me as a basketball athlete, if I didn't have confidence on the court, didn't matter if I was better than the person in front of me. If my confidence wasn't there, my abilities to shoot the ball, to hit a wide open shot was gone, right? You rep things over and over and over, and you try to have as much confidence as you can stepping into the white lines or stepping into a court, a game, period. But if your confidence not there, you're going to see falter. Same thing happened with Shedeur, right? He was speaking confidence, but he not getting reps at practice, right? He not getting able to get the same opportunities as the other quarterbacks in practice. So where's your confidence? You go in there to Baltimore game, you look shook because he ain't had no confidence. He was ready for the moment, but do I trust what I see in front of me? All of that comes with confidence. So you saw his play, Shedeur play, get better as the season went, but I just think the locker room was lost early on for Colorado, and that hurt, right? They talk about player-led teams. What player could you think back on for last year's team that you'd be like, oh, yeah, he led that team? They tried. They tried with Arden Walker. They tried. Coach Rob Livingston called Arden Walker name more than anybody else in all of them videos during the summer. Yeah, break it down, Arden. Yeah, come on, Arden. Yeah, do it. It just didn't transpire. Right?
Right.
It didn't. So you need the players to lead, man. You need the players to lead. At some point, watching the documentary or videos and things like that, Coach Prime giving his speech and stuff like that, I would like to see players up there giving the speech and not the kicker, not Mata. I'm not getting hyped by that. I'm not going on the road and Mata saying break. No disrespect to Mata, but that's just me as a player. I'm not getting hyped about that, dog. Mata ain't out there cracking no heads. It ain't happening, bro. Mata ain't out there running routes, catching passes. Mata ain't out there calling plays. No, Mata got one job as a specialist to make a field goal. And half of the practice, he's sitting, they over there standing on the sideline. Can't get hyped about that. So this year, it got to be different, man. It got to be a player-led thing. And you gotta, if you coach from, you gotta force it. You gotta force it to be a player-led situation, right? You gotta identify those guys and you gotta stick to it. You gotta stick to it. Identify those guys, stick to it. Leaders, dogs. Let's talk about leaders and dogs.
All right, who the leader of the team this year, JR?
That remains to be seen, right? We don't know yet. The leaders they ain't gonna come out until them pads get on. Yeah. Everybody equal when you're running, jumping, and lifting, because everybody doing relatively the same thing, the same weight. But when them pads come on, you know who separates from who. Right. You know who giving it they all every rep. You know when you come through that hole and you drop your shoulder, who getting out the way and who gonna stand in that hole with you and take that impact on the other side. You know, as a player, you talk about it in the locker room. Yeah. So they know. So that will separate themselves once they put them pads on in springtime. But for right now, look, you can have guys that can be vocal. Remember, Khalil Benson came in vocal. Yeah, man, come on, man. And he was trying to do his thing. No disrespect. He's a national champion. No, he's a national champion. Khalil Benson tried to show that leadership side, but it got overshadowed by Coach Prime. He tried. He tried to be the one out front and call out guys and let's do these one-on-one reps and this, that, and the third. He tried, but it got dimmed by Coach Prime. And look, it's Coach Prime's team. He lead it however he wants. But even Coach Prime and even the strength and conditioning staff would often mention it got to be a player-led team. The players got to buy in. Coach Swayze said it over and over. The best teams I didn't coach in Miami were player-led teams. Coach Swayze saying this to them boys. Everybody's saying it. So it got to be a player that come in and lead. Whether the other players believe in that guy or not, that has to be something as well. You can't just be rah-rah and not backing it up. But again, the indecisiveness of situations. Player get beat, you take them out. But when I'm getting back in the game, I mean, hell, I gave up 1 sack. Y'all taking me out? Hey, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sometimes you got to ride with something a little bit to see where it go. Now, if you playing bad a whole half, look, we don't have to sit you down. You're playing bad the whole half. You're going to have your opportunity to bounce back. But if you don't bounce back, then we got to move on. It is what it is. Right?
I agree with you 100%. Man, I never did understand when a person jump outside, they automatically come out the game. And then they send back in the next play. I be saying, hey, it's too late now. They don't ran and got the first down. You know, man. That crazy though, man. Hey, he just made a mistake. Let him stay out there.
Yeah.
You know? So when you look at the coaching side, I mean, you said last night about coaching. Which coach you expect to have the biggest impact on this season? Whether it go good or whether it go bad?
I have to start with Coach Livingston. It got to start with him. 400 yards a game, that's unacceptable. It starts there. Like 400 yards is unacceptable, right? We can break it down to positioning coaches, but it starts with Coach Livingston. That defense got to be on point. And then I would go to the linebacker coach, Coach Marv. What our linebackers going to look like? Are they going to be able to tackle? Are they going to be able to shed? Are they going to be able to steal? Are they going to be able to run sideline to sideline? Are they going to be able to diagnose a play and be quick and react and use their instinct? All of those things count. But it don't mean a thing if they not in a good formation or a good scheme. Coach Prime would say, I'm listening to the radio. I'm listening to the headset. He calling the play. And they should be in the right position, but then you look at the players and then the players out of position. That start with Coach Livingston. You need to be in there with them coaches saying, hey, man, I call this play. Why was this guy out of this position? Why did this guy not understand that this is where the play side was coming and how to cut something back or shoot something back to a specific side of the field so we can all be in pursuit? All of those things start with Coach Livingston. So I would say the biggest coach is Coach Livingston. He has to be on point this year.
He does. That's the one I was gonna say too, JR. Easy to say the offensive coordinator, but I'm not worried about the offensive side. He can go out there and score 50 points. But yeah, your defense giving up 60.
Yeah, you lost. Exactly.
You lost, you know.
You score 50, the other team score 51, you lost.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, JR. You're right about that. But I'm looking forward, man. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait till that first game, man, to see them play against Georgia Tech, and that gonna determine how their season gonna go to me. You know,
absolutely, man. I'm like you, man. I look forward to it, man, to see where it started. Because if you replay the Georgia Tech game and you look overall, you would think, man, see, you should have had a pretty decent season, man.
That had 3 turnovers and couldn't get the 10 points out of it, man.
We couldn't get no points. But you would think, like, okay, the defense didn't play that bad. It's not like Georgia Tech came in there and put up 50.
Yeah.
You know, Georgia Tech barely won the game. They had to go on a drive to score, and CU still had the opportunity to drive down the field and win the game. So if you go back and look at that game minus all the other games after that, you'd be like, man, CU, they should have played better, man. They should have did better.
Did they check out? You think they checked out?
Yeah, they was checked out, man.
Yeah, they was, man.
Look, Jordan Seaton didn't play the last 4 games. We didn't see DJ McKinney for the last 6 games. what's his name? Tion Parks had a ball on his hand for the last 8 games. Who else was out there? JB finally, Jeremiah Brown finally got his chance to start game 6 of the season. So it's just all over the place. Ben finishes starting off the season. It was all over the place, man. All over the place. And it can't be that. It can't be this way. You got to identify these gonna be the guys, and these the guys we riding with. And look, if you get hurt and you hungry to get on the field, football is a sport of when you get injured. And if somebody else coming in and they hungry to get on the field and stay on the field, you better get on there and you better show your butt off.
Yeah.
And make it hard for me as a coach to be like, oh, well, I really can't take him off the field because the boy came in, he had 5 catches for $150. Why would we take 5 catches, $150 off the field? You're not. You keep that on the field and you figure out how to get the guy that was the starter the first time back on the field. That's just how I go, man. When it comes to the trenches, they look small to me, JR. I'm sorry. They just look small, man. Is it gonna be an issue this year? I could see it. I could see that being an issue. Look, we don't have those towering bigs like Barnes and Otis, but they was big and unproductive, right? So if we got a line full of Chedozis, and Chidozie was one of the most productive defensive tackles that we had in his Coach Prime era. If we got a line full of Chedozis, little tree stumps, if they can get it done, they can get it done. Because everybody was hyped about Barnes.
Yeah.
Oh, man, he coming from Alabama, big dude, 6'5", 300+ pounds, this and that. He played too high. He was undisciplined. He didn't have a motor. We was all excited about Otis. Otis, 6'4", 300+ pounds, come from Alabama. All of that stuff. Played too high, undisciplined, didn't have a motor. Chidozie. Wasn't nobody really excited about Chidozie. They was like, oh, well, he played good against the University of Texas. And that was about all you heard. He had a good game against the University of Texas, though. But, it's still like, what can he do? And Chidozie was coming off an injury from the University of Houston. So he didn't even finish the season for the University of Houston. But then what? Chidozie get on the field. Man, you see how that boy taking up 2 double teams? You see how that boy coming through that? He wrecking shop. He doing this. He doing that. He get hurt. Kansas State running back run for 245 on us.
He so did.
Where is Chidozie? Get him back on the field. Shane Coates can't handle the middle by himself. Where he at? So if we got 3 or 4 Chidozies along that defensive line, I'm good with that. Chidozie wasn't 6 foot something. Chidozie was 5'9" at best. Built like a little tree stump. But if he clogging up that hole, that's what we need. So I'm with you. They look a little small height-wise. They got some thickness to them. They're a little small height-wise. But if they going to have a motor, if they going to play discipline, if they going to play sound, then I'm good with that.
Yeah. It depends on the linebackers, bag them up. That's what they there for. So we'll see about that. All right, Jay, I'm gonna let you go, man. I appreciate you for jumping on for 30 minutes with him, man. I appreciate you. Look forward to talking to you and Greg tomorrow night. I know that's gonna be a show because I'm gonna start. We're gonna pick right where we left off at with Colorado, man.
Man. Shout out to my boy B Watts. Shout out to the chat, man. Y'all watching Sports Talk with B Watts, man. I'm just coming in. Support my man, B Watts, 100 grand. Hey, we out, man.
All right. Appreciate y'all. Everybody have a good night. Appreciate you, chat. Appreciate y'all. See you tomorrow, man.
All right, bro.